Hello, my fabulous Celebrities Corner crew. A huge and warm welcome to every one of you tuning in today. It's so wonderful to have you back in our corner of YouTube, where we geek out over all the biggest and best shows together. If you thought the explosive events of episode 8 of Revamp, the Undead Story left you breathless, you are not ready for what's coming. The stakes have been raised, the lines have been blurred, and the game has completely changed. Today, we are diving headfirst into the jaw-dropping preview for episode 9. This isn't just another episode, this is the pivotal turning point that everything has been building towards. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's break down every second of this thrilling teaser. Episode 8 Fallout. The aftermath of chaos. Before we leap forward, let's quickly ground ourselves in the devastating aftermath of episode 8. The confrontation we all predicted indeed happened, but not in the way any of us expected. Ciar's revenge backfired. Ciar's unilateral assault on the hunters was a trap, leading to significant casualties for his vampire faction. His rage, while understandable, has left his people more vulnerable than ever. The Pokpong rescue mission. In a heart-pounding sequence, Punn, with crucial help from Ramil, managed to locate Pokpong. However, the reunion was far from joyful. Pokpong is traumatized, physically weakened, and harboring a deep mistrust after being manipulated by Hunter Jet. Ramil's leadership tested. Ramil was forced to publicly confront Ciar's insubordination. The vampire community is now visibly fractured, split between Ramil's path of cautious strategy and Ciar's raw desire for vengeance. The Feratu revelation. The most shocking cliffhanger was Methes finally confronting Ramil with the truth. Father Dracul, the architect of the orphanage massacre, is Ramil's own half-brother, Feratu. This revelation hangs in the air, threatening to dismantle Ramil's very identity and the foundation of his leadership. Episode 9 Preview. A deep dive into the turmoil. The preview for Episode 9 is a masterclass in building tension. It promises less of a giant battle and more of an intense, character-driven episode where emotional conflicts take center stage. The fractured vampire clan. The preview opens with a somber tone. We see Ramil trying to hold what remains of his clan together, but the grief and anger are palpable. The key conflict here is no longer just vampires versus hunters, it's tradition versus adaptation, and revenge versus survival. Ciar is not shown as a defeated man, but as a simmering one. A brief shot shows him gathering a smaller, more loyal group of followers. This suggests he is not done with his warpath. He's just going to be smarter and more ruthless about it. The question is, will he become a rogue actor, or does he have a plan to directly challenge Ramil for control? The unlikely alliance. Punn, Pokpong, and Ramil. One of the most compelling threads the preview teases is the evolving dynamic between our three central characters. Punn is now irrevocably indebted to Ramil for saving his brother. This solidifies their fragile alliance, but it also puts a massive target on both their backs. We see a poignant scene of Pokpong struggling with what he's been through. He's the living embodiment of the human cost of this war. His trauma will likely force Punn to choose between his loyalty to his brother and his growing trust in Ramil. Can this trio, forged in fire and tragedy, truly trust one another enough to face the threats coming from both sides? The Hunters' next move. With their trap successfully sprung in Episode 8, the Hunters are now in a position of strength. The preview hints that Hunter Jet is being celebrated for his success, but it also shows a more senior hunter leader expressing concern. They know that wounding a beast often makes it more dangerous. Are they preparing for an all-out final assault on the weakened vampires, or are they also aware of the internal rift and planning to exploit it? The shadow of Feratu looms large. This is, without a doubt, the most electrifying part of the Episode 9 preview. We get a fleeting, dark glimpse of Feratu himself. The preview doesn't show his face clearly, but the aura of menace is undeniable. The central dramatic question for Episode 9 is, how will Ramil process this earth-shattering truth about his brother? The preview shows Ramil in a state of profound turmoil, questioning everything he thought he knew about his family's past and his own identity. Methes will likely play a key role as the bearer of this truth, pushing Ramil to confront a history he may have buried. Theories and predictions for Episode 9. Ciar's coup. I predict Ciar will use the Feratu revelation as ammunition against Ramil. He could argue that Ramil's tainted bloodline and his secret keeping make him unfit to lead, potentially staging a formal coup to seize control of the vampire clan. Feratu's motives. Why did Feratu become Father Dracul? My theory is that he wasn't always a monster. He may have been a vampire who believed in a radical ideology, perhaps that vampires should never hide and should dominate humans, and was cast out by his own family for it. The orphanage massacre might have been his way of sending a message. A reluctant team up. The situation is so dire that we might see the most unlikely of alliances. Could Ramil and Punn be forced to secretly work with Methys and the Hunters to stop the greater threat that is Feratu, especially if Ciar's rebellion creates a three-sided war? Episode 9 of Revamp. The Undead Story is set to be a psychological rollercoaster. While Episode 8 was the physical explosion, Episode 9 is the emotional fallout. It's about picking up the pieces, only to find that some of them have sharp, dangerous edges. Don't miss Revamp. The Undead Story, Episode 9, airing this Saturday at 9:30 p.m. PHT on GMMTV's official YouTube channel and at 10:30 p.m. PHT on iQIYI. Join the Celebrities Corner conversation. The preview has left my mind reeling, and I know you all have incredible theories too. The comments section is our living room, so let's chat. What do you think is Feratu's ultimate goal? Will Ciar succeed in overthrowing Ramil? Can Pokpong ever recover from his trauma, and how will it affect his relationship with Punn? Let me know your predictions and thoughts down below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please show your support by smashing that like button, subscribing to Celebrities Corner for your daily dose of entertainment analysis, and clicking the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, keep celebrating the stories that move us. This is your host, signing off from Celebrities Corner.